SpeedGaming 4 and the Link to the Past Randomizer League presents this match between these two teams, and this is quite a matchup here, JP. We have Bolas, Azules, and OK Game, and this race is simple.
Win and in.
That is right. The winner of this match will be the 16th and final team to be admitted to the playoffs. The loser of this race, well, sadly, they will be playing their final match here on this evening or afternoon, depending on where you are. But we are here to describe everything while we have a prediction on the board, don't we, JP?
Yeah, get an early guess on what boss is going to be defeated first. You can go for something easy or go for the meme.
Absolutely. I know what I'm hoping for with this race, JP, and it has to do with a certain boss of Skull Woods. That's what I'm hoping around here. What are you hoping for?
You know, I want that too. I haven't seen Helicopter all week.
Yeah, Helicopter has shown up in the practice seeds, but not in the actual execution so far. But yes, this is it. The race that will determine who is the final member of the playoffs coming up here. The winner is in, the loser is out. So here we go. We are underway. Let's play some rando on this Sunday as we start off with a bookend heart.
Okay, early desert, anybody?
Hard play to make at this stage as we still have a lot of uncertainties, but it is interesting to see how things play out here as I do see a crystal at Eastern, a red crystal at Desert, and it looked like a pendant over at the Tower of Hera.
Your eyes are better than mine.
So we're seeing a bunch of different setups here. We're seeing a bomb setup here for K-Day. We are seeing a Houlihan setup for Wired Wiki, and we are seeing Bonk Rocks for Azules, and Kreble is starting with the Uncle route.
We'll get the first result from Uncle. I think he just gave you money.
Yeah, he just provided a few rupees to you, not a whole lot. We see a piece of heart inside the library that will be communicated to the other runner as we get to see whether or not Aghanim is going to be required, not for those 3 bombs.
Still be required? Ooh, I think Wired can pick up the... Oh, never mind. Tracker faked me out.
Well, Wired Wiki is faking us all out by heading down towards that dam and library area, but then changes route, and now it's going to show us what is on the ledge. Or no, we're going to be buying some bombs first. All right, so Chicken Coop could be really oh boy. Yeah, this is a fun Chicken Coop right here. You got 2 red guards, which do a heart damage, and that's not going to end well. No.
Yeah, that is rough. There's some powder. That might help.
Magic Powder is a decent find and could easily turn some of those guards into more manageable enemies. But yeah, the Chicken Coop can always become quite a dangerous location because of the fact that those chickens do get changed into enemies. So therefore, you could have 5 enemies that just absolutely make your life miserable.
So we see Azules, or I never know pronounce the name. Going to Blindside, and Katie decided to go for Uncle instead.
I have been told that the Z is pronounced with a TH sounding, but then again, that was back at SpeedGaming Live when they were over at Herndon, Virginia. Anyways, so we have seen Magic Powder pickup here for Kreble. We'll communicate that to Wired Wiki, and K-Day is going to be trying to get some good out of the escape, but finds out that it is not anything that's really good. Now, this is another interesting location here, the Mini Moldorm Cave. This time around, it's a little more manageable. At least you don't have to deal with those shadows. Although, the way that Mini Moldorm has been dodging those bombs, I bet... Oh, boy. There's one.
That's the big one to get out of the way.
Oh, nice move there to get the mini helmet. Oh, really? Oh, no.
Wow.
That was a good start there for Wired Wiki, getting the mini helmet to fall down the hole, but then the enemies decided, you're laughing at the fact that enemy's going down the hole? Well, we're going to push you down the hole and make you die. That's unfortunate. And so back to start we go.
If you haven't been around for the last 2 weeks, 1, where have you been? And 2, welcome to Randomizer.
And 3, this is the final day you're going to be seeing this, as Zathis has ended up surviving the gauntlet of the guards and only gets a quarter of heart as a result. Round 2 for Wired Wiki, although right now needs the mini Helmas to go down the hole to make it a little bit easier. Now has 2 chances to get rid of this mini Helma. That's 1. Okay, there we go. So what did we come back here to pick up? Well, that's a nice find.
There's some movements and a bottle to check a sick kid.
2 reasons to go back to the village right there.
Also, in the village, we didn't find a ton, but we did see flippers
Oh.
and blue mail.
Everyone's favorite enemy right there, the roller. I fear for what we have closer to Oh, gosh! A roller to take damage right as you go into Sahashwala's closet. For a hammer!
That is a nice pickup. Now let's see coming out of here.
He ain't going through this again. Zathis has learned the lesson here. You do not want to go back through that at all.
So, we're still looking for something that's going to open up some more checks. Like, we do have that book.
Yes, we do have that book. It's a Spear 1 book. Why is the game giving us a Spear 1 book? Well, Azathis is going to be finding out the reason why very soon.
Yeah, basically, kind of at check the book or check. Oh, actually, we haven't done the front of Escape as well.
Do you really want to do the front of Escape, knowing some of the disasters that can pop up in there?
Somebody's got to do it.
That's right, and that's why this is better as a co-op thing as opposed to just single player. Sword!
That's a nice find.
Now you're going to go into Escape. Looks like Kataway was questioning whether or not they wanted to head over to the mini Moldorm cave, and has just decided not at this point, considering the fact that his partner has told him where the sword is. Oh, hookshot! Desert Ledge.
That's another nice pickup. Still, though, it doesn't open anything by itself.
Yes, it does. Combine what Wired Wiki knows about that flute
You're right.
and that hookshot, we have right side Death Mountain access.
I already forgot about the flute.
Well, thankfully, Krebel didn't forget about that flute, as they just picked that up. Oh, everyone's other favorite enemy. Oh, the glove! Oh, the bow!
Okay, this thing's throwing a little too much to go pretty quickly.
Kakariko Village was kind of empty for a little while, but now we're throwing everything in the kitchen sink at these runners. Wired Wiki getting information about that hookshot, letting Krebel know that that is there. Guaranteed key over there. And we've now got 3 runners now kind of cornering themselves over towards the desert area, because this is Progression City. Between that glove, the hammer, and that hook shot. Well, the hammer we got elsewhere, but you know.
Can't beat this though, since you have fire rod or a lamp.
Hey, Roller, everyone's favorite enemy. Very nicely around that roller, though, for Krebel.
That's a Helma in the desert.
All right, thank you, because I did not even see that. That was a little too quick for me. The bombs is the second item, so at this point in time, we are a fire source away from being able to defeat this dungeon. Zathis is going... Oh, they gotta get that hook shot, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why they're going this way. I was hoping they didn't forget the fact that you still need a fire source to beat this dungeon, because that would be a bad mistake to make at this stage in the run. Both of these teams sitting at 21 points, 7 and 6 on the season. A win gets them into the playoffs. A lot of fun stuff here in this final day of the regular season. Found out that the hobo has a bottle.
Rebel can check the waterfall here, but can check waterfall, can check Zora's ledge, but no money for Zora. Unless you get 200, 300 packs.
Stranger things have happened before, but not this time.
Giving up a fairy?
I would give up a fairy for Blue Go.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
not a bad exchange.
Okay. Actually, Kerbal had 2 fairies. Okay, I that's a little more understandable.
Not a bad exchange there. Fire Rod, pack of escape. And 20 rupees on the Zora ledge. That's going to do it here for Krebel's path over here. Probably now going to have to activate that flute and head on over towards the desert area, because there's just too much progression over here. Like in co-op, you want to break apart your checks with your teammate, but this is the kind of thing that you really want to have to funnel with your partner into. You're kind of forced into it too.
Yeah, sometimes you just get that way in co-op. One partner finds everything, the other doesn't. You gotta just follow the other partner.
Follow the leader, if you will. KD, second round in here. This time has... Actually, no, KD was not in here the first time around.
There's a stun prize, small magic.
Nah, we'll just grab that big jar of magic. And Wired Wiki letting Krebel know that they probably, at that point in time, when you're done doing this bow, you're probably going to need to get over to the desert area. Although Krebel is heading somewhere else at this point in time. Oh, we got a ped check coming up here, don't we?
Yes, we do. I don't think there's anything else you can be going up there for.
So you notice Wired Wiki did not go and try to save the old man at this stage. It's kind of a dangerous move to make when you only have 1.5 hearts, maximum 5. Considering some of the things that we've seen in the old man rescue. Oh!
That's the lamp!
The lamp is on the pedestal!
I hope you like dark rooms!
An Randomizer nonetheless. Now you know you're not going to go out of your way to finish pendant dungeons to get that lamp, especially once they find out that the fire rod is in the back of escape.
Yeah, that is kind of bad for Randomizer. Oh, not kind of bad. That's really bad for Randomizer.
Wired Wiki needs to get past this guard to get into Paradox Cave, where 2 hearts will await. Katie is going to be checking the eastern area. Krebel is going to get that sword. I think the OK Game is really screaming OK Game at that announcement that the lamp was on the pedestal. Oh, yes. Katie learning about the roller right in front of Sahashwala. Probably saying to Zathus, you weren't kidding about that, were you?
The worst thing about that roller is it doesn't appear right away. Like, you have to actually basically see the entrance before it appears.
Mitts. And Bombos. Magic bag check for Zathus. Mirror!
Okay. What are we? We're getting to the point. It's like, what are we not gonna need for the seed? Are we gonna get? I mean, I doubt we're gonna see a Moon Pro Go mode, but still.
Oh, that's rude there with the 2 anti-fairies coming off the top of the stairs there, where the 2 mini Moldorms would normally be. Wired Wiki wisely grabbing the fairy, and K-Day's inside of an eastern palace that logically you can beat depending on where that big key is.
So, yeah. Now the unfortunate thing for OK Games, they don't have the hammer yet, so they cannot get to Hera.
That's right. They have not grabbed that hammer yet, which was in the back of Sahasrahla. Red Mail, which is definitely a nice find, especially an Randomizer. Azules, nice bomb jump. King's Tomb coming up here for Wired Wiki.
Here's our map check for Dark World. Skull Woods and Thieves Town and the other pendant.
Doesn't really surprise me at this point in time, considering the fact that we couldn't have a dungeon that required a dark room. Gonna be checking the Ether tablet coming up here. Moon Pearl was an Eastern. So K-Day's found the Moon Pearl over here in Eastern in the Compass chest. Meanwhile, Azules is currently in Pendant Hera. Compass is found, so we can find out what the boss is going to be of this dungeon. If we really want to... Oh, rollers and pokies, oh my. Mothula, the boss of Hera.
At this point, now that we have a Moon Pearl, we're looking for potentially Ice Rod, Samaria, and maybe the Quake Medallion.
And the Ice Rod is not a guarantee either.
Yeah. We also need another sword at some point.
Yes, we definitely do need another... Oh, that's rude.
I mean, yeah, if we see Samaria, these teams could have some interesting decisions to make.
Oh, nice there for Azules. I was worried he was going to get bombed off that platform.
Meanwhile, this prediction's going to be close. Who dies first, Mothula or Helma?
Oh, yeah. I think Mothula's going to win this one.
Oh, no, it's blind. I thought it was Helma here. Helma was in desert.
Yes. All right. Stage 1 done for Azules. One more hammer hit there, and it's Mothula that goes down first. Not by much. We're talking 10 seconds, but still it's the winner for Mothula going down. And of course, we didn't have the compass here in Eastern, so this was a blind boss to find. So I really am liking where Bolas Azules is right now as far as the item knowledge is concerned. They've got the hammer, which allows them to get over here, just like the same thing that we saw with Wired Wiki and Krebel. K-Days now knows where the Moon Pearl is, and Azules, as such, does know. The only unfortunate thing for Azules is that he's going to find the mitts over here, and he's going to wish he had that Moon Pearl.
You're right, yeah.
But that's something that K-Day is going to have to do when he gets up here as part of his cleanup. So Wired Wiki now knows that he needs to get over here, get that hammer behind Sahasrahla. And then right now, hey, your Moon Pearl's over here in Eastern, you better get it. Just to reiterate for chat, this is simple. Winner is in the playoffs, loser is eliminated. This is a one-game race-off, pretty much. And Wired Wiki's saying, why you be there, roller?
Yeah. Jesus and Katie are going to find big finds near simultaneously.
Katie's gonna get that mirror, which Zathas already knows about. That's how he got over here.
Never mind.
Katie's big discovery is the fact that the Moon Pearl was an Eastern. Nice dash there for Wired Wiki to get around the spike. So now here comes Azules to wind up getting the Moon Pearl over here in the eastern area, and K-Day is going to be doing the cleanup. This is where you split your team up. K-Day is going to have to do Hera at some point in time here, but K-Day's biggest responsibility is going to be... Wait, what was... Oh, just Red Rupee. Katie's big responsibility here is going to be to get the Dark Death Mountain.
And look at these inventories. We're only 20 minutes in.
And this is what some of these races have come down to. They are really, really fast in regards to where items get to be discovered. We very well could be just that sword plus Kana Samaria from Go mode. Now, of course, if Trinex does show up, we will need that Ice Rod, but that's not a guarantee. In fact, the match earlier today between the Bomb Squad and the Eastern Skippers, there were no Trinexes to be found, despite the Ice Rod being in Pendant Eastern. Wired Wiki trying to navigate the dark room over here.
Of course, if you missed it earlier, one of the big twists on this seed is neither team is likely getting the lamp. Why is that, Rick?
Neither team will be getting the lamp because the lamp requires you to defeat the Tower of Hera, Skull Woods, and Thieves Town. If you look at your trackers, you'll know the implications of that. I think if you... Wait. Did, Wired Wiki just pull the Kana Samaria? Holy cow, yes! That Kana Samaria is in the Eastern Big Chest!
Oh!
The big key chest, rather.
Oh, that is massive.
Considering the fact that Azathas and K-Day has both finished Eastern Palace, that is huge. That is huge.
And here's the thing, they didn't even check the ped. They don't know where the lamp is. They're just skipping that room. I could have almost seen the skip of that room on OK Game side, because I think, okay, lamp's deep in the seed, so it's unlikely for something to be there.
Well, let me put it this way. Zathas right now is in Eastern, but it's very unlikely he's going to go to that third item. Or go get that item over there at the big key chest, considering where he is.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a fan of Bolas, you are hoping that Stasis goes back in after beating Blind.
That's such a difficult call to make, too, though, JP. Because you're talking about stomaching a 2-minute loss here, especially in the dark in Randomizer. Also, rollers in Hookshot Cave. Why? ₹300 and a heart container found for K-Day.
Yeah, see that it's out.
Yep.
Or thinking? Yeah, out.
Yeah, that is going to be huge right there. And you notice Krebel's going immediately back to get this Kana Samaria.
I was actually going to say, why not loop it in with Pod, but they don't have mirror knowledge yet.
Yeah, they
Which-
have not gotten to the magic bat yet, which Krebel's the only one who can. And these runners, they know the stakes. So I actually liked what Wired Wiki did there. I don't know if that was intentional, but if that was a brilliant move to get the enemies away from the portal so you weren't losing hearts going into here, because coming in here with 6 hearts is, yeah, it's a risky game. Eastern Palace Big Key was located in the first 3 checks. I don't know which route, well, actually, first 2 checks, but I don't know which one specifically. What I can tell you, that Kane is behind the lamp in logic. Rebel getting through the dark room with the key in hand, has one more Henox to have to deal with over here. Ice Rod! K45!
This C just wow. That's most
Sword?
likely our no mode.
That's no mode, except for we need another sword.
Yeah, we do. You're right.
Oh, this is spicy fun. Thank you for Arcana Samaria game. I don't know which one was even more fun, this room or that previous room, but yeah, this is not ending well. Oh boy. Gotta get through it. You're gonna take another hit. Oh wow, I thought you were gonna take another hit right there. Rebel's trying to rescue the old man. Oh gosh. Yeah, this is why this is such a tough call to make an Randomizer. Where do you think a sword is, JP?
Ichi.
Well, I think that's the easy guess at this point in time. Nice patience to get through to hook shot that chest. Wired Wiki down to 2 hearts. You definitely don't want to lose one of them. Krebel getting through with the old man. I would have been out of my mind if that turned out to be for a sword.
Actually, even the quake would have been big.
We have an Argus. Bottle with a fairy in it for Azathus. Now for one of the worst rooms of this game, an Randomizer. Because if there turns out to be a Wallmaster, there it is! It grabbed!
And that's an okay game.
At this point in time, if I'm Wired Wiki, I'd just take the hits and go back to start here for fresh health. You now know that your boss is Argus. Do it with fresh health, or you can come back later.
Come back later is the answer.
Right now, OK Game has one major advantage over Bolas Azules. Bolas Azules' advantage right now is the fact that they know where that mirror is.
Not to a lesser extent where the ice rod is.
Which does lead to the ice rod. Which means if a Trinex shows up in this Palace of Darkness, it's going to set up Wired Wiki for a return trip, a second return trip to a dungeon. Being corrected on my pronunciation. Azules. Hey! Hey there, Shovel! How are you doing?
Yeah, if you're rooting for Bolas Azules, you need to hope they go back in Easter when they do pod. That's basically their only chance left to get before last locationing it.
And if they've been counting their items, they know that there's still one item inside. We got ourselves a wild one here for a match that is win and in.
Yeah, wild is putting it mildly. This has been a crazy scene. We're potentially in no mode, minus a sword and what the Meyer medallion is.
Oh, true, that's right. Nobody has gone to the Meyer area yet.
But we could see Krebel go into Turtle Rock.
It's an interesting call, but I honestly like this call at this point in time.
That mirror position is actually kind of bad for OK Game, just because they probably want to focus on dungeons more right now. And when are you going to go check? You don't want to check Magic Bat at this point unless you have the mirror, so you can loop it in with the Smith chain.
And you know what the problem is, JP?
What is it?
Skull Woods and Thieves Town are pendants. There's nothing giving them inspiration to get over to that side of the world at this stage.
But yeah, as much as we've been talking about Bolas and Azules and their difficulty, OK Game's not in that much of a better of a position.
For certain. Both teams are missing something that they're going to need. I make things go triple boom. 3 bombs over there on the Bombos tablet.
Yeah, 99% of us wouldn't be disappointed by missing that. The other 1% is Fred.
Yes, indeed. Although I could use a refill of bombs after my expedition today, but enough about me. Let's go into Swamp Palace for Bolas Azules. And we go into Turtle Rock for Krebel. This lobby can always be interesting because of reasons like this.
Well, how about the bridge?
Oh, the bridge can always be wonderful. Oh, this is actually a very tame bridge.
Yeah, that was actually pretty easy.
This is a bridge where you can easily do a hammer yump. Oh gosh, a chain chomp, 2 pokies on this right-hand side. Krebel does enough to keep from getting hit, which is good. Cold Stare, the boss of the Swamp Palace. We have Vitreous here in Palace of Darkness. A 2 small key, big key opening here to this Turtle Rock.
I kind of agree with taking this maze normally, just because that because of that jelly, because it's floating. I think it can sometimes mess with the hammer yump.
I also do like that idea of using bombos in that first section here, or right after you walk into the dark maze.
Yeah, basically at this point.
Oh, come on! Big Spike, why? I'm sorry. You can continue.
At this point, any room you walk into, in dark room, that's just going to be your default start. Just use a medallion.
By the way, we just found a mushroom. Wiki getting confirmation about the vitreous. There's the key for Krebel.
Oh, Wild Rookie is having to deplete bombs to get the Death Warp.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about first of all not hitting the mirror, but secondly, oh gosh, Wallmaster. But secondly, bombosing all the enemies has that unfortunate side effect where you would have to play the game of, well, find other ways to send yourself back to start.
Now this is going to be an interesting diver down for K-Day. He was with the wall mat.
It grabbed! Wallmasters 2, Runners 0.
You might not be diving down in this one.
I don't think K-Day has much of an option at this point. They have to.
I think Katie's out of bombs.
Then K-Day's in a lot of trouble with this dungeon then.
I take the water reset because... Oh,
no! No, they got bombs. They got 8. Our vantage point here is a little skewed because of the resolution, but they got 8. Oh, just out of time. Good. Nice fire riding there for Wired Wiki. Finds out all the fun things that are over here.
A roller in this dark maze.
Where the wild things are. Alright. Wired Wiki getting ready to face off against Vitreous. Time to be extra patient with this fight, and you don't have the goo to help you with any sort of spins. That lightning, oh wow! By the way, I missed it. Did anything come out of this left side swamp?
Nope. Piece of heart and 10 arrows.
But I thought there was always a sword here in swamp.
I don't say left side swamp.
At least that's what the memes are to believe here. Now, you gotta be careful, Wild Wiki. You're one hit KO at this point in time.
Krebel's having a lot of trouble with this dark maze. I can tell you there's a roller in that dark maze. I've seen it pass over him a couple times.
Such fun that is. Alright, 8 arrows, and this Vitreous will be down. Oh, that's a little too close. There we go. Oh yeah, right there. That's nasty. And once again, JP, remind our viewers where the lamp is.
That lamp is behind 3 pendants and on the pedestal.
That is correct.
You pretty much have to do this. Especially since at this point, unless when you... Oh! Save this. I'm sorry if I said that wrong, but... Oh, you got fairy.
Thankfully.
But, remember this next room?
Krebel, where are you? Goes there for K-Day. Oh, rollered.
Yeah, Krebel is having a lot of trouble in that maze.
I love what Randomizer does to Argus in Ice Palace.
Cotton candy?
Yes. Oh, K-Day almost taking a death right there. Gets a final hit.
There's a big key. It's not counting items, so I don't know if there's something back in here. Now, Wired Wiki going for the desert boss. We've seen both items in here, but this is red crystal. Oh, there's a
Sword upgrade!
Yeah, as I was kind of saying, like, Wired Wiki going for the desert boss, even though it does not have an item, but it's a red crystal, so I think it's Pyramid Fairy. But here's our Meyer check.
Is it going to be Bombos or Ether, which we know of, or is it going to be Quake to get ourselves into this pendant or this crystal dungeon?
It's Quake. We're not in no mode.
It's Quake.
Now is it under the doormat?
No, but silvers are.
And both teams are gonna know the silvers are. That's an easy silver pickup.
Yes, indeed. I know Wired Wiki, when this knowledge is known, will be going, well, I could have used this like 30 seconds ago.
Now, Sathis is he's going for the boss as well. There is one more spot for that Quake to be under the doormat, and that is Checkerboard Cave.
Yes, indeed. But first, time to face off against the Helmazar King. And deal with Lag City as well.
80 going into Pod. This is Bolas' best chance to find that Samaria after veering after Pod.
Yeah, we'll see if Katie chooses to do that. Probably is going to wish soon that they had the silvers for this. So at the 41, now almost 42-minute mark of this run, a short recap for those of you who have just tuned in. Bolas Azules, missing out on the Cane of Samaria. The Cane of Samaria located in Eastern Palace's Big Key Chest. Okay, game, missing out on the mirror. The mirror is located on Magic Bat. Both essential items that they're going to need here in this winner takes all match. Winner goes on to the playoffs. The loser is eliminated from the playoff contention here on this final game of the regular season for both of these teams.
We also know that the ice rod is at K45 if needed, and we don't know where Quake is. That is the last thing we need.
And we know we're going to be dealing with more dark rooms with rollers in it.
Yes, well, Bolas doesn't know that where the lamp is, but OK Game knows where it is.
All right, Checkerboard Cave coming up for Zathis. That is not a Quake medallion.
Alright, So Ganna hit it better than under the doorstop today.
Pyramid Fairy coming up for Wired Wiki.
Oh, we had the shovel. We're just gonna see what it is now.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did get a shovel earlier. It's for an upgrade, but not an upgrade we really needed.
I'm honestly surprised I picked it up. New check Pyramid Fairy.
JP, what is inside Pyramid Fairy?
Potion. Oh, it's Quake! And a sword!
So now, OK Game shortly is going to know about all this, or two of the sword locations.
Yeah, OK Game knows that they can get tempered easily. But they still need the mirror.
Rebel, thank you! That was close. And down to face off against Argus, which is going to be a nice, delightful sight after the fact that you just nearly got grabbed by a Wallmaster.
Now, looking at Bolas' side, I think there's a better chance than you would think that Katie's going to go back into the Eastern because Bolas is running out of checks. We've got, let's say this, in a pendant dungeon now.
Which is absolutely interesting at this stage. Pretty soon the checks are going to be kind of diminishing for both of these teams, and they will be funneled into the locations. The big question is who will get to the right one first. Now, Bolas Azules has the advantage that if a Trinex shows up, they have the Ice Rod.
Yeah, and that's not insignificant at this point because we know Trinex can't be here in Skull Woods.
Well, we know what can be in Skull Woods.
In fact, we also have already seen the Hera boss. The only way you could potentially avoid Trinex this seed is if the one is in Thieves Town. Or Ice Trinex or Ice Armos, and we don't need to fight it.
Yes, I was about to say Ice Armos here.
No,
all right. Katie has not gone into Eastern.
I mean, it's just there's just the variables that these runners are missing are so big. I don't know if I can call it. I mean, yeah, OK Game feels like they have the better position, but if Trinex shows up,
oh boy,
how fast do they get to the Ice Rod? And now Bolas has knowledge of where the lamp is.
Yep. To which they will say, really, game? Eastern is the Ace is going. No, he's going to pod. This could be huge if they do turn into that. Trinex! We need that Ice Rod!
So at this point, if OK Game does Smith Chain, they'll get into go mode because they're most likely going to check K45 on their way to turning a purple chest. But for Bolas, there's basically two things at this point. When did they go check Eastern? When did they go check Pyramid Fairy. So I do think K-Day's probably on route to go check Pyramid Fairy.
I was wondering what Azules was up to, and then I realized it. He doesn't have enough money for Pod.
Oh.
That's why he had to go back. Also, Wired Wiggy took an unfortunate death there to the Hinox. We've seen some nasty lobbies here for Misery Mire. This one is not bad. It's annoying, but it's not bad.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
So, as a reminder to anyone who sees Hinoxes, they can be killed with a single bomb. Just good luck getting them into one place to hit that bomb sometimes. Oh, that's great.
Well, we know the big key is in here.
Yes, we do. An interesting note here that people are speculating regarding the lamp and what it could mean for some of the dark rooms in this Misery Mire. We've already seen how disastrous that Thieves Town, or not Thieves Town, that Turtle Rock can be. And here's the interesting thing. We have not seen any invincibilities.
Yeah, no burner, no cape.
Katie's trying to figure out where to go at this point. Nice magic refill.
Looks like he's gonna go do ice just to get that done and get a sword. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
Thieves Town is like their only check that they haven't really been in yet. I don't think either runner's been in Thieves Town.
Yeah, I think at this point in time, this is just a series of where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? And we know where they need to go. It's just
They don't want to go.
mm-hmm. Looks like Krebel's getting ready to finish up with Desert Palace. And Wired Wiki has now come to the conclusion that there's nothing else for them to find inside of this Misery Mire. Both items accounted for, and you cannot defeat the boss.
So at this point for OK Game, when do they go tech magic bats? And that might be now. No?
Well, you see, Wired Wiki still needs to get that magic powder.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, this is not the way to do it, but the problem is that I don't think either of these have touched Skullwoods yet. Or Thieves Town.
Yeah, you're right. I think this is a Thieves Town play. I don't know if they even touched the front of Village of Outcasts yet. Yes, I think a mushroom goes the bat. I don't know. Did Wired Wiki turn in the mushroom?
Good question. Yeah, that's where that shovel was.
He's going to Eastern.
Wow.
But they still need Quake.
They still do need Quake, but this gets them on the path of where they need to go. And we'll be feeling absolutely horrid when it turns out to be here, but little do they know that OK Game at this point is still missing out on that mirror.
Why are we going straight to the boss? Second moth, okay.
That's a duplicate off the books here. Mothula easily finished off. And hey, we now know where all three of our shields are. All right, is Azus about to find this cane of Samaria? And I bet mirror immediately for Kade.
I think Katie's gonna finish it just because they're still looking for Quake.
Good point. I guess at this point you're this deep into the dungeon, you might as well finish it, but you don't feel good about missing that Quake at this stage.
Trouble heading to get Quake now.
Yep, and which will be Tempered Sword for Krebel as well.
Now, where does Katie go? Straight to Eastern? Straight to Eastern.
Let's see. Probably. Got to get that game in Samaria. You need it for go mode.
And Astathis is probably going to full clear Turtle Rock. Which at this point we know doesn't have anything they need. Other than a crystal. But yeah, I think OK Game's running out of spots.
All right, where is Krebel going to mirror from here? And are we going to check the magic bat? This is the big thing that they need. They are fluting the 3, but not in the direction of the magic bat.
This is probably Skullwoods at this point. Or they could be going to pick up the Smith.
They are turning southward, so that gives me reason to believe that this could be a Breathsmith chain.
I think there's nothing else here. Maybe Hammerpeg's... Nope, not Hammerpeg's first. Okay, this is where OK Game could get better shape. If they do the full Smith chain, which they'll be set up pretty well for, they'll be in go mode. But the thing is, does Krebel bail after getting Mirror?
Hammer is out for Krebel. Gonna probably do it right after we check. Gotta get the Breathsmith in just a little bit further. For a bottle with a fairy in it for Krebel. And now this is the check that we needed OK Game to make for the longest time. They're not out of the woods yet. They know that there's a Tranix in a crystal dungeon.
question is, what does Crubble do now?
I think you flute back to 3. You wind up going back into the dark world. You get the purple chest, and you check K45 while you're doing it. That would be the play that makes sense. Although you may think you're behind and go to Swamp Palace instead, and that's where we're going.
K45 and Bombo's tablet are right there. They know they're one item from go mode. Will Crubble check them first, or will go straight into Swamp? There are 2 quick mirror checks. This is always a tough call for runners. Do you make those checks, or do you just do Swamp?
And I think you go to Swamp at this point. Yeah, you go to Swamp at this point. No, we don't go to Swamp at this point. We're checking Bombos.
This might lead to K45 before Swamp.
It's a tough call to make, too. Because you know you're late to that mirror. You're late to that mirror given its location, given the location of the powder.
Yeah, you probably think like you're behind right now, but you just don't know your opponent basically made just as big of a skip.
Yeah. But here comes Swamp.
In the Swamp.
Yep. On paper, it's the right play to make. We just know it's not going to be the right play here.
At this point, we're just looking which team gets the thing they're missing first. Ice Rod for OK Game, Quake for Bolas.
It's the ABCD of this routing. Always be clearing dungeons. We gotta keep an eye on Azules because he's about to go into danger, although he does have red mail, which will make that roller a little less painful. Wired Wicked looks like he is preparing to go back in for round 2 against the Invisible Roller of Doom.
If Azules has better luck in here.
Yeah, he's through it. 1 heart gone.
Okay.
And just a rat here on the bridge. Why not?
Is Katie going for Pyramid Fairy?
Yes. Right now. Oh, Spike. Why must you be there, Spike? Actually, I was incorrect. I guess it was Krebel who was there without the, Krebel was in here first into, Turtle Rock.
Yeah. Bolas is about to hit go mode, and they're ahead on Crystal Dungeons.
Yes,
They're
they
about
are.
to take a big lead.
Yep.
We thought Bolas was done when they skipped that Samaria, but
They were faster to what they needed, as opposed to what OK Game needed. And with that discovery, Bolas Azules is now the first of these teams into go mode, with a chance to make the playoffs. Now, they don't know that the Trinex is awaiting for them over at Misery Mire, but they have everything they need otherwise. Trouble trying to do a diver down, gets it there. And to say this now, departing, heading to 4, going to do the Pyramid Ferry. So for cleanup, Zathis has to do Swamp Palace and Misery Mire. Kade is going to be doing Turtle Rock when he comes up here for the end game.
Curiosity, why not do Swamp before Pyramid Fairy?
Maybe the sword upgrade for
Okay, yeah.
Cold Stare.
There is that sword upgrade here, so that does make some sense.
Wired Wiki was warned by his teammate, Krebel, for the dangers that exist in here, but down to 4 hearts. Oh, yes, we're going to swallow down the potion right now. Zathis checking green potion to reward here. And with that discovery, Zathis now is also in go mode. And now just to go ahead and finish up with Swamp Palace and Misery Mire, getting over towards GT. So I would believe that Zathis is going to be the first of these two into go mode, or rather into Ganon's Tower. That roller is just absolutely horrible. And it doesn't help that Wired Wiki is just getting belted around in this dark room.
What was that just ran right into Wired Wiki? Was that a thief?
No, it was roller.
No, that didn't look like a roller.
He was heading northbound, and I think the roller hit him from the left.
Okay, maybe, yeah. For a second, it looked like a thief had just run into him in the middle of the dark. Oh, and did Stathis get well mastered?
Not yet. But I think the chat is probably talking about Kade getting wall mastered, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, Kade got wall mastered. Randomizer, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed this week of Randomizer.
It still sees more of it in the playoffs.
Playoffs? You want to talk about the playoffs here real fast? What do we got coming up here in the playoffs?
So playoffs, well, first of all, for this game, winner is in, losers eliminated. They will lock up our 16-team bracket for the playoffs. Well, actually not lock up, there's still some seeding to decide, but we'll have our 16 teams known. But for playoffs, the Invitational League will take a week off. Open League will still be going next week, but then we'll get to the playoffs, which is the best of 5 each round. First 3 games are determined by the pendants the players chose at the beginning of the season. They'll each play a game. Green pendant players play in casual boots. I believe it's red for cross keys and blue gets the mode selection one. If a game 4 is needed, it's another mode selection. And if it's a game 5, co-op veterans.
Which is what we saw back in week number 4, but should be a real fun playoff structure coming up here, and I'm looking forward to seeing how things go. Rollers really doing okay game, a lot of numbers right now.
Yeah, that TR maze is just destroying them.
And I don't know how Zathis was able to get through it on one go-around, but of course that red Mal definitely helping out.
Well, Zathis apparently picked up... Oh, I understand now. I think Blue Cane's in Mimic Cave.
Ah. Which would be something that Wired Wiki and Krebel were unable to get because of the fact that they were up in this district without the mirror. And they have no way of knowing that the Armos Knights are going to be at the boss of here, so they probably think that they still need as much magic as possible.
Rebel's about to get Gomo for their team.
Krebel is, I think at this point in time, the time that Wired Wiki has been spending, unfortunately, in this Turtle Rock is just going to be the nail on the coffin. There's the Ice Rod for OK game. They are in go mode, but they got a lot of work to do, and Bolas Azules is right now in the driver's seat as far as this race is concerned.
Both of them start to do Meyer. Katie starts to go back and go into TR. Man,
Yes.
I really want to see. I wish they could get the lamp because I really want to see what this maze is like. I mean, we know the roller, but what else is in here that's just messing them up? Unless that roller is like right at the intersection, and that's what's messing them up.
The roller, based on what I've been seeing here, is right on that side where you're supposed to go and grab the hit the switch. And I think the problem is that it's just so big that there's no way that you can just go through this without taking a hit. Like, this is definitely a nightmare situation given the fact that the lamp is where it is.
Why are we picking up powder? Gonna go pick up mirror, and then go pick up ice rod.
Well, Krebel is going to be cleaning up here with Misery Mire. Then round number 2 for Krebel versus Turtle Rock.
We're gonna see how Bolas handles these dark rooms in Meyer.
Yeah, that's something we have not seen yet, is what dangers lurk inside of these upcoming 3 dark rooms, or rather 4 dark rooms in Misery Mire. And I think if Zathis was about ready to split things up and check the other 2 checks inside of this Misery Mire, and this is where having your partner in the same dungeon kind of helps you out. The fact that Kate is just saying, hey, we got a small key and compass chest. Guess what? Big key's going to be vanilla. Wired Wiki heading to Swamp Palace now. The knowledge that he can go ahead and finish this up in go mode. And now we get to see Azathis and Kade going into the dark rooms together. Here we go.
Rebel right behind as well.
Kade having issues hitting the switch. Zathis the first one through. Krebel right at the same time. Synchronized rooms here for both Krebel and Kade.
One of them doesn't need to hit that switch, I think.
Yeah, Krebel forgot to hit the switch over here, so going back up. Zaith is now getting ready to hit the second of the switches. K-Day is getting ready to hit the switch as well. And we're going to have 3 Trinexes coming up, friends. Well, it looks like K-Day just had a little bit of an issue there with that dark room, but Krebel's through there. And Trinex number 1 for Zathis. Trying to be patient. Krebel now up against Trinex, and here comes K-Day up against Trinex as well. One thing you want to remember here is that you're still dealing with Misery Mire, so there's still that goo on the floor.
Let's say this through it first.
And Zathis has now finished off and will grab crystal number 7. With that crystal, Zathis will be the first one into Ganon's tower. So if you have channel points, you can go ahead and pick your poison in regards to where the big chest is going to be. And I see the choices are simple. Either in a room with 4 chests or not in a room with 4 chests. So that's what, only 2 rooms in the game where there's 4 chests, or 3 rooms in the game that have 4 chests?
There's 3. Rando room, Stalfos room, and Compass room.
I was forgetting about Rando room for a moment. I don't know why. For those of you who don't want to participate with the channel points, pick a number between 1 and 22. Tell me where you believe that the big key of this GT is going to be.
Oddly enough, for co-op week, it could be 22, because I don't think Azules and Katie will be looking for it at the same time.
Yeah, this time around we have a chance of it being 22, more for the fact that K-Day is not going to be in GT at the same time. Zathis is definitely going to get all of the chest knowledge here for the GT basement in the time that K-Day runs through Turtle Rock. Also, while we have a moment here, we do want to shout out our very, very welcomed and wonderful trackers here on this broadcast. The always wonderful and dependable Link Force and the always wonderful and dependable Nerve and Dolch. Thank you very much for doing the tracking for this match, making those things appear on the screen as we call them out. Like, for instance, there's the Ice Rod for Wired Wiki. Go ahead and light that up right now. Bingo! I love it when they do the things that when I ask them to.
If you actually look at the trafficker's copper, you know that basically they had to anticipate when you're going to say that.
Bingo. And JP, what do you think the big key is going to be?
Let's go behind whatever box is at ice. I want to see an ice boss.
I want to see an ice boss too. But we do see a key over here, so we are going to pass through Tile Room. So 1 and 2 are no. And we'll have our first 4-chest room of the game coming up here real soon.
Yeah, this will probably be a mirror after this room if it's not here. Just because you want Ice Boss last because you don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, for many reasons. All right, check number 3 coming up here for Zathis. That's a no. That 2 is a no. That is also a no, so we're up to 6. There's our magic cape, of course. Nice safety to have, but you're not going to send your partner out of the way to grab that.
They just hogging all the invuln items today.
Chest number 7 is a small key. Well, it's not really chest number 7, but item number 7. Hey, everyone's friend, the Wallmaster's here.
Wallmaster's still trying to get more points.
Chest 8, no. Chest 9 is a no. Chest 10 is a no. And chest 11 is a no, so if you're hoping for a 4-chested room, you're down to 1. The rando room. Chest number 12 is a no. Not quite there with the boomerang toss. This time, Zathis will get it. Oh, this is always wonderful on Randomizer. So too is this room. Hey, Henoxes. And jazz hands too. Why not? That's 14, right?
That was 13.
13. No. So now for chest number 14. That's a no. 15, no. 16, no. 17, no. JP, we are now just 1 check away from an ice enemy. What boss is going to be there?
I want Ice Trinix. I haven't seen it this week. I want to see it.
Well, we didn't get our helicopter, so... that we know of.
Well, one more chance before you have to drop to that ice boss.
Well, there's butter. We're going down. And we get Ice Argus. Another repeat boss.
And Kade is at Armos in TR. Krebel's still struggling in this maze.
I think Krebel's got it this time, though. Yeah, let's get a GG for Krebel for getting through that mess. All right, 19, no. 20, no. 21. There it is. It's behind Ice Argus. So, JP, what do they win if they pick number 21 in chat?
You win some respect. You win some rando seeds if you go to the website, and that's about it.
How about would they win the 21 points that these teams have? It was a sign all along. 21, right?
I guess so.
Right?
Right.
You're not going to give me this one, are you?
You can have it. You can have it.
No, I don't want it. All right. Time for what could either be some really gruesome rooms of the game or some really nice rooms of the game. We're heading to the gauntlet.
And you see on Kade's side, going through the right to get to the big key. This has to be just to pick up the cape.
It has to be at this point. Because remember, Kade does not have the Cane of Berna. Yep, that's all that was to get the cape. And now, full right, yes. Meanwhile, rooms that you love to have ether for. All shadows all the time.
And you actually do have ether.
Yeah, but you also don't want to drain all of your magic in case you wind up getting a cold stare or a Trinex coming up here. The final place that well, especially Trinex can be at without a magic refill. Nice bow hit there by Zathis. All right, what boss is here?
I'm done predicting. I've been wrong, I feel like, every time.
Well, maybe here's your chance to be right.
Moldorm. We haven't seen one yet.
Well, there you go. Hey, four-eyed Boldorm, JP, you are right. You're now on a win streak.
I mean, even a blind squirrel eventually finds a nut.
That's why I kept trying with you.
Well, let's think about the last boss, though. We've seen two moths.
Oh boy.
Oh!
Now, this is not going to matter in the end, but Azazel does have a fairy, but it didn't matter in the end. Wired Wiki is just too far back at this point. But what if Wired Wiki was just around the corner?
Yeah, that would have been really bad.
This is a room you play Bombo strats on, although once again, there's another thing you got to remember too, JP. We don't have the lamp for this next room.
Well, that's true, yeah, you gotta use Fire Rod. We're gonna need at least half of me. We don't have even seen half magic. Where is half magic? It's gotta be at the top of GT at this point. Like, what have we not seen?
Very little of this game we have not seen.
Yeah, talking of our Moldorm 2 boss, it's either gonna be another Moldorm, a Helma, a Vidi, or a Cold Stare. We've already seen two moths.
Zaytha's not even checking for us. That's a spike. And Vitreous 2.
I want to say Electric Boogaloo, but it doesn't really fit.
I mean,
didn't do any lightning.
I was gonna say that he does do lightning, so there's your electric part. Nice for a health refill on that fourth piece of heart for Azathis. And now for this room, which can be absolutely terrible in Randomizer. But this time, well, there's your electric.
Yeah, there it is.
But sadly, no wall masters inside of this room. Because that's one of those things you have to worry about there on that final room before you climb to the top of the tower.
Yeah, for Azathis at this point, it is just normal execution. There's no more Randomizer to worry about. Trouble's about to find the big key for OK game.
I think really what this race comes down to is who got to the item they were missing the fastest, and Bolas Azules, or Bolas Azule, wound up getting to the Canis Samaria faster.
Which kind of surprised us because we didn't think they'd go back for Eastern. Well, I mean, they didn't go back for Eastern for a long time, but OK Game just kept putting off the Magic Bad check.
Yes, indeed. So, Bolas Azule, just a few minutes away from perhaps locking in their spot into the playoffs.
I'm not fully familiar with the bracket. Does that also lock in the Light World side of the seeding?
I do not know, and honestly, I am going to probably ask for an actuary to come on in and help us out with the seating at this stage.
Where's Drosy? He always knows what's going on.
Are you sure of that?
Not 100%.
Begin to ask him what the in the Open League wildcard standings are, and he'll sing a different tune right there. Because I'll tell you what, the Open wildcards, they're still not locked in at this stage. There's a lot of craziness that still can happen with those.
Yeah, they still have several races going on today.
This is not the final of the Invitational matches for today, but Azules is going to be the first of the runners through for Bolas Azule. Wired Wiki still having issues here with the dark room of Turtle Rock. Gonna try to reset things, but get your GGs in for Azules. So now, Katie, if Zathis has given the update on the race standings, all Katie needs to do is finish second or third, and it will be Bolas Azule going to the playoffs. Nice double right there in the corner. Yeah, Wired Wiki just is getting wrecked by this roller. And Katie Rukawa going in and dropping into the Ganon fight. And good news for Wired Wiki, has survived that dark room. Please give some love and respect to Wired Wiki for getting through that. That has been an ordeal throughout this entire run.
Yeah, we knew this seed was going to be a tough one when we found that lamp on the pedestal, and that ended up being a pretty big factor in this one.
And Katie going over here for silver arrows. Up to the top right. Doesn't get that there, but there it is, the fourth and final. And with that, don't walk off the ledge. Katie Rukawa will finish second. And that will clinch Bolas Azule into the playoffs. And Krebel has seen the results, has clicked the I am done button as far as I am done with this seed. All right.
Yep, WireWiki has done the same.
Mm-hmm. And we'll get everyone in here to discuss this seed. And so we do want to say GG's and congratulations to Bolas Azule, and GG's also to OK Game So, I think what we'll start with here is I definitely do want to ask, okay, game, your thoughts about that dark room in Turtle Rock.
Well, it killed me a couple times last week, and I didn't practice it. And so, in order to make me regret not practicing it, it killed me even more this week. Oh man, that room hurt a lot.
And it definitely didn't help the fact that the cane of burner that would have helped out at least a little bit with that room turned out to be something that you couldn't get the very first time because you didn't have the mirror.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'll have to think about whether if I had gotten that first try, if I hadn't lost so much time and had the second dip, like could that have made up the difference in this race? Certainly would have made it a lot closer. But yeah, it's like I know the movements for that room, but the timings.
I was gonna say you throw in a giant spike or a giant roller in there, and
the roller. Yeah, the roller, and it turns out I rely on the movement of the fire bars there for the timings, and without having those there, I'm just trying to go off memory of, all right, how long do I hold it now? How long do I hold it now? And that was just too rusty. I'm glad I eventually got it. I was starting to get worried we would have to actually rush that lamp on bed, but glad I eventually got it. But yeah, definitely GG. A little. I kind of wish the last week of the regular season was any of the other modes, but
same.
But still, it was fun overall. Looking forward to next season.
So, first of all, what was going through your voice call when you were having those issues in TR?
Wordless despair.
A few nasty words towards Randomizer.
Wiki certainly voiced frustration. Wiki, I don't know how much of that despair I was revealing over the voice call. Just panicked noises. But yeah, it was definitely concerning.
So this became a tale of two different items. And I do want to turn over to Bolas Azules. And the big question here is the Eastern Palace Big Key Chest. What prompted the two of you to go back into there to check that location?
We didn't really have a lot left. I think Kade was checking Thieves Town at that point. Didn't really have any other open crystals. And I believe there was really no better time to do it and no better things to do. So other things to do would be like Hera basement and stuff like that. Like at that point there were only isolated things left. So might as well start with where I'm currently at.
Yeah, we skipped that because of the early game low HP. It's Randomizer, so
yeah, which
that's why
in hindsight there were actually tricky rooms to get through. Just full of mummies and Hinox, and I think there was like a hand over there as well. So yeah, not pleasant.
Yeah, we definitely saw the Hinoxes, which, when you are on very low health, can turn out to be quite devastating. So, the big item for you that you picked up that it took a while for OK Game to get to was the mirror. Now, what were your thoughts when you finally got to Magic Bat and the mirror was there, OK Game?
Oh, I mean, because it was available for so long, and when we finally made our way to it, I was certainly concerned again when we found it, because the mirror opens up a bunch of locations all at once, and when you're thinking, okay, our opponents probably found that sooner, considering how early Hammer was, and actually, I don't remember. Hammer was pretty early because that was our Dark World access.
Hammer was behind Sahasrahla and Hammer was behind
Sphere 1.
Yeah, both were Spear 1s. Hammer was behind Sahasrahla, and Magic Powder was down the Lost Woods drop down.
Oh, yeah. So, I was concerned when found the mirror, but relieved when we found the ice rod before needing to do a whole bunch of pendant dungeons.
Speaking of the dungeon aspect, what had you decide to go into or check Bombos versus going into Mire, but not checking K45?
Oh, it was kind of just kind of arbitrary. Just I knew I wanted to do Swamp, and so I thought, okay, I'll just pick up Bombos on my way to Swamp. Maybe I'll get Ice Rod there and be able to go mode Swamp. And if I don't, then I'll be able to link up K45 to Purple Chest later. Obviously, better density to link up all three of those. K45 and Purple Chest and Bombos all together, but was getting kind of desperate at that point. Was thinking, okay, it's time for Hail Marys, which was the same reason I went to Left Side Swamp first instead of normally if I'm one item from go, I always skip Left Side Swamp, but didn't do that here.
Yeah, it was just unfortunate in the fact that the Ice Rod turned out to be a K45 for you, but nonetheless, you definitely found out about the need for the Ice Rod in this seed with that Trinex inside of Misery Mire.
Yeah, just glad it wasn't on Ice Armos again.
Oh man.
Going back to the start of... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I said that at least if there was a Trinex in Ice Armors, at least there was a level 4 sword this time.
Yeah. Going back to the start of the seed, though, like, we were just seeing item after item come out. Like, how are both of you feeling when you just had such a loaded start to this seed?
It's always nice, because I feel like in co-op especially, it's nice to get a lot open at the beginning because it's just easier to distribute like checks and routes between the two players. For example, we basically went into the Dark World almost at the same time, and we decided, okay, Kaede goes east and then up to Zora because he had the money, and then I go west. But we had everything open, right? We have the mirror, check everything, and then, in the end, nothing was in the overworld, pretty much, just the Ice Rod. But in co-op, like, it can be a little bit scary or hard to wrap your head about in, like, playing solo. In co-op, I feel like you want everything open as quick as you can.
Yeah, for our team, I think the routing was reasonable. There was a couple instances of starting to distribute something, and then Wiki would find something on his branch, and I would think, oh man, I really wish I had that for this branch that I'm currently doing, but I don't want to short circuit. So there was a little bit of confusion there, but things were going reasonably well until I just ran into a brick wall in that dark roller room, and then the routing was kind of much more stressful after that.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like you became a little unglued when that roller did you the business over there in that Turtle Rock, which unfortunately that's an Randomizer component, but now you don't have to play Randomizer anymore for this season.
Yep, and considering there aren't many opportunities to race Randomizer aside from this, I am looking forward to not racing Randomizer until next season.
Now, speaking of playing more Rando, let's turn over to Bolas Azule, who, with this, clinched a spot into the playoffs. Your thoughts?
Zathas is not happy for sure. No. Because he doesn't like to play Rando.
That's that's kind of the inside meme. Of course, we are happy to make it in the was the first or second season in the Invitational League. I wasn't here last year. First season, right?
No.
Yeah. So yeah,
this is our first season here in Invitational, so yes.
I think we might race, if my calculations are right, we might race Triple Clown Festa. I have a bone to pick with Illus after SG Live, but unfortunately, I don't think we are going to race each other this time.
Let's see. If it is Triple Clown Fiesta, it will be Raylan versus Asavis.
Yeah.
K-Day versus Illus, and Madcap versus Tito.
You're just going to have to hope you force the series to a game 4 so that way you can get that one-on-one matchup.
Or you play against Raylan Tanker again, like 2021 main tournament.
Jesus. That's four games.
Flashbacks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm familiar with some of the people there.
I will see.
Whole lot of things to have to sort out here, but nonetheless, you're now going on to the playoffs. GG's to Bolas Azule.
Yeah,
thank you. And GG's to Kreble and Wiki as well, to OK Game. There's a really nice season as well, coming down to the very last game. Yes.
Yeah, GG's. And thanks for the stream, by the way.
Yeah, it was
tracking.
It was very exciting all the way, and GG, and good luck in finals, and to our third team member 2C. Sorry we couldn't clinch it, but it was a lot of fun playing with him throughout the season as well. So yeah, looking forward to the next one.
And that's where I wanted to turn this conversation to, at least asking if there was anything that you, Kreble or Wired Wiki, wanted to say. As this is now your finale here in the league for this season. Anything you want to say to the admins of the league or overall as a team?
Well, I think I already said enough. Just thanks again to everyone who put everything together, and yeah, definitely looking forward to watching more. And League is always one of the most fun rando racing events of the year. So yeah, it'll be a lot of fun coming back to Invitational next year. And until then, lots of other rando racing and glitch rando racing as well. It's kind of my personal forte outside of League, of course. But, yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, I don't think I have a lot to add to that. At least, like, it would have been nice to be in the playoffs, but at least I can now watch from home and not have the stress of the match, basically. But yeah, once again, GG's, and good luck in the playoffs.
How about a good old GG in chat for both of our teams, Bolas Azule and OK Game. So if you're looking for more of the Link to the Past Randomizer League this afternoon and evening, you can go over to SpeedGaming 3, where right now JKLOL is facing off against Go. And then the final of the Invitational matches will take place at 7:10 p.m., where Bottles on Empty will be taking on 2 Pearl, 2 Furious. And then we still have some more open league matches, including a double header from the Long Shots and It's Always Sunny Independent Pod, and also Pug Hunters versus Every Day is Mad Rat Monday, to help determine what's going to be going on with their wild card mess, is how I'll say it. So more matches coming up here this afternoon and evening. Just be sure to look at the schedule, and also for more information about the league, you can go to ALTTPRleague.com. JP?
Yeah, thanks to our runners. Make sure to give them a follow. Also, thanks to our trackers, Linkforce and Nervindalich. Yeah, good joining here today, Rick. Good to call with you, as always. Man, make sure to go watch some of those other races, and we'll be back next week. We'll be starting the Open playoffs, and the week after will be the start of the Invitational playoffs. All right, take us out, Rick.
All right, for the rest of the crew, as you mentioned before, this is Adirondack Rick saying thank you for joining us, and we'll see you on the next stream.